Welcome to the penultimate episode of my Monster Hunter's Most Epic Fights series, at least during Monster Hunter Month and at least for now. There were a couple of other monsters that I would have liked to talk about in this series during this month, but time would not allow for it. So perhaps I'll talk about those another time. Today we're going to talk about what is arguably the most unique monster in the entirety of Monster Hunter, Ahtal-Ka. Ahtal-Ka is the final boss of the main story of Generations Ultimate's G-Rank and is a Neo-Terran similar to Celtis and Celtis Queen. This creature's design was inspired by praying manti and ancient Egyptian pharaohs. Despite the praying mantis inspirations, Ahtal-Ka has a spider-like butt that it uses to weave objects with this golden silk. Ahtal-Ka uses its silk to swing pieces of debris at you and more. By far the craziest thing that Ahtal-Ka does, and the thing that makes it arguably the most unique monster in the entire series, is that during the fight, in a matter of seconds, Ahtal-Ka will use its silk to weave together a giant building-sized mech for itself, resembling a giant monster. This mech is called the Ahtal-Neset, and Ahtal-Ka resides in a cocoon inside of Neset. Let's just stop and take a moment to think about how crazy that is. Imagine how intelligent this creature must be to construct something like this, in seconds no less. Like, guys, the humans in Monster Hunter have never attempted to build a mech like this, and this monster can just do it whenever it feels like it, provided it has enough scrap metal to work with. Sure, it's a bit unsophisticated, and the humans in the world of Monster Hunter have made some crazy inventions like airships and such, but it still speaks volumes about the intelligence of Ahtal-Ka and the ingenuity of the creatures of this world. When Ahtal-Ka enters the Neset, the sandstorm will become even more fierce, and your goal is to hit the structural weak points of the mech to bring it down. This gives you access to the cocoon that Ahtal-Ka is puppeteering this mech from, and after you deal enough damage to it, the mech will fall to pieces. You'll have to do this a couple of times, then the final phase of the battle will begin. During this final phase, Ahtal-Ka has given up on Ahtal-Neset entirely and has resorted to using a giant wheel as its weapon. It'll swing it around at you and will even sling the wheel around the arena and let itself be dragged around by it. Naturally, during this phase of the fight, the Generations Ultimate version of Proof of a Hero will start to play, and this is right up there with the original rendition of the song for me personally. Ahtal-Ka is easily one of the most memorable, unique, and epic fights in the series to date, and I really hope this monster returns in a future game someday. There really isn't another monster quite like Ahtal-Ka, and I doubt that there ever will be, which is why I would love to see Capcom iterate on this fight when it hopefully comes back. But what do you think? What's your experience with Ahtal-Ka, and do you agree that it's the most unique monster in the series to this day? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next Monster Hunter Month video. Happy hunting.